In today's tutorial, let's do the scallop crochet dishcloth, and this is in Christmas colors or regular colors. You can decide what works with your lifestyle. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do the scallop crochet dishcloth, and I'm going to be teaching this in Christmas colors if you wish, and you can just change off the colors. Now you see three different designs here in the pattern. These are not changes of design, they're only changes of color. So you have some options. I am going to do Christmas colors today, and I'm going to choose the Bernat Handicrafter for the holidays. I'm going to do that for my middle, and then my scalp will be the white here. Or you could use a Lily Sugar and Cream if you wish, if you want something more other than Christmas. And you can also use Bernat Handicrafter. All what these have in common is that they're 100% cotton. You need to use cotton when using anything in the kitchen because you need your projects to dry out in between all the washes, and you can toss this in the washing machine and being able to really being able to maintain your projects. You cannot use acrylic, especially for pot holders or anything that requires heat, because those may melt but cotton will not. So let's begin, and let's start looking at the pattern more carefully. So this here is our pattern. It's just a one-page one. It's considered easy, and you can see the different colors that are options here for you in the instructions. We're using a 5mm size H crochet hook today. There's only 2 lines of instructions here, and then we continue to 7 inches. So we're going to do the middle, and then we're going to circle around the outside in order to make it consistent. So there's 2 rounds on the outside for doing the scalloped edge. So let's begin. Let's grab our crochet hook and our yarn, and let's begin working on the scalloped crochet dishcloth. So let's begin by doing a slip knot, and I'm just leaving an extra long tail so I can use that to hide that in with the darning needle at the end. You are using these on dishes, but most people do these kind of dishcloths also for decoration reasons and may not even use it, so it's just more decor. It's up to you. So you can use it for either or. So you need to chain 23. Remember that the one on the hook, the slip knot, never counts as one. So just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and go all the way to 23 for me. See you back here in just a moment. So you can see that there's texture, so I've got all the way to the end of 23, and there's texture in the photograph, and that's achieved by changing a stitch. So every other stitch is different. So we're gonna go second chain from the hook, so just count back, so 1 and 2, turn it over and get the back loop of this, and this will do a nicer edge on the end, and I want you to single crochet in there. So the rest of this line going across then is that the next one will be a double crochet, so in the back loop of the next chain, so it'll be a double crochet, and then the next one will be a single crochet. That's all you're gonna do. So all the way across, just opposite to each other. So that was single, the next one has to be a double. Okay, and the next one is single, and the next one is a double. So please do that all the way down your chain. I'll see you back here in just a moment. So when you get all the way to the end, the last one will be a double crochet. How do I know that? Well, row number 2 is gonna repeat over and over and over, and the problem is if you end up with a single crochet, you will not be able to complete row number 2 accurately. So let's go. So we're gonna turn our work, and we're going to start up. So that every time we go to start every row now, it's always gonna be the same. You're gonna chain 1, and you're gonna do a single crochet right into the first one, and there's a double crochet right underneath. So you're gonna put opposite to what is underneath. So this time it's a single that is over top of a double. The next single will be a double. Do you get that? So you're just doing opposite. So the next one is a single, and it's sitting over top of a double, and the next one is a double. Okay, so this is what's creating those textures in between all of the lines. So the next one is single and double. You get that? Just keep going back and forth using those same things. So let me get to the end of the row, show you what to expect, and then I'll let you do the rest. And you only have to do it's not very much. You only have to do 7 inches tall on this particular project in order to before you start doing the edging. So I'll see you at the end of this row. So I'm at the end of the row. The last one is a single crochet that's down here. Remember how we did single crochet second chain from the hook? Well, the last one's single, so therefore when you're coming across, the last one on this one will be a double, but that's also in line, so that you don't have to think about that, it just happens. So whenever you turn and go to start, you're always gonna start the same way, just like I showed you in row number 2. So this time what we're gonna do is chain 1, okay, and then it's single here, and it's gonna be a single because the one underneath is a double. Do you see that? So it's opposite to what's already there, and so the next one will be a double, and then single, and then double, and single. So continue to do that. I want you to do 7 inches tall, and it's from the base here up into here, and what we're gonna do is we want to finish off on the wrong side. So when I go to do the wrong side, what's gonna happen is that this over here should be, when I look at it, when you finish off, it should be over on this side, okay, when you're looking at it. So meet me back here, and I'm just gonna do this off camera, and I'll join you and I'll show you how to do the edging. So I just have my 7 inches done. I'm finishing on the wrong side. See where this strand is? This is the wrong side when you go to finish. So I need you to finish off right here, and I'm gonna use a darning needle to hide in the loose end that is at the end. So we're just gonna fasten off like so. And so I'm gonna place my yarn, and I gotta do it for both sides, just through the darning needle. Now these strands will not fall out if you go back and forth 3 times. So going underneath the stitches, don't go on top of the rows so you don't impact the look on the outside. Go across about 1 inch, okay, one direction like so, and then coming back in the other direction, go in a different path but in the same area. If you go in the exact same path, it'll come out right. So then you go 2 and go back one more time, 3. So you can never stretch this in 3 different directions, therefore this will never fall out, and so you can trim it right down to the project and you will never see that strand. So what I want you to do is do the same with the other side here, and then meet me back here and we're gonna start doing our revolutions going around. So let's begin to do the scalloped edge. It doesn't matter if it's right side or wrong side, because basically you've been going back and forth anyway on this particular design, so it really doesn't matter. So what we need to do is that we need to establish the side here. You will see that there's really no stitch work there. You got to force that in order to make it work. You see stitches along the bottom here. Then you got to force it up on this side and then back across the top. So the 2 sides here, you have to put in 21 single crochets evenly across this. Now that number is really important, because the fact is that you're doing scallops. So let's begin. We're gonna create a slip knot just for extra security, and we're gonna go right into a corner on the top corner. So you're gonna go right into a corner itself, and I need you to just fasten on with the slip stitch. So just pull through and through, and then we're gonna chain 1 and then 3 single crochets into that same section. So you got 1, 2 and 3. So just as a disclaimer here, whenever we do a corner, there's gonna be a total of 5, but we're only starting a first portion of it, and then we're gonna finish the other half of this corner when we come back all the way around. So what we have to do is that in this edge here, there is no apparent stitch work, but we have to get 21 stitches going into here. You may have to try this a few times and just start counting them out. So just go like 1, and see how I'm trapping this strand, just go right over top of it. So you're gonna go 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7, 8, 9 and 10, and then you're about halfway across, so that makes sense. So you got 10 across, so then just keep on going. So you got 11 and 12. I don't want to grab any other plies, so this will be trying again for 12, and then 13, 14 and 15, 16, 17 and 18, 19, and I'm pretty close, 20, and I'm really close, so I'm just gonna throw another one right into there, so there would be 21. So here in the corner piece, I'm gonna put 5 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, and now I'm just gonna work across this one here, just getting every stitch, so I don't need to count, just one every stitch here. Okay, and what I want to do then is that I want to just go here to the next corner. The next corner is gonna have 5 single crochets, and then I'm gonna do exactly what I just did here, fit 21 in, and then come along this 5 here, put it here, just go along the edge, and then we're gonna put 2 more single crochets to finish off this first corner. I'll leave that with you, and I'll see you back here in just a moment. So when you get to the last corner, remember that you started off with 3 single crochets, so you have to finish it off with 2 to complete that. So what I want to do then is that I want to slip stitch it then to the top of the first single crochet right there, and that's kind of the middle one anyway. So here's what we have is we have it going all the way around. It's actually pretty easy, and now we're gonna create the scallops for round number 2, which is the final. So let's begin. So let's begin. We're on the middle one of the corner here, and we're gonna do the scallop around the edge corner. So when we do this one, we're only gonna do half a corner like we did here with the single crochet. So we're gonna chain up 3, so 1, 2 and 3, and then what we want to do then is that we want to come and do 3 double crochets into the same section that you did the join. So 1, 2 and 3. So watch what we're gonna do here for the scallops, because they're not a consistent number of being even between the scallops, and so that's what's creating the look. So we have to then skip over, so skip 2, so 1 and 2 and single crochet into the third like that. Skip 1 only, and then you're gonna do 5 double crochets into the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so here's the repeat pattern. So you skip 2, 1 and 2, go to the third for a single crochet, skip only 1 and then 5 double crochets into the next. And I want you to do that same idea going all the way to the first corner, and I'll see you there in just a moment. So when you get the final scallop before the corner, you're gonna skip the next 2 and single crochet into the next. Now because you're going to the corner next in the middle one of the 5, you're gonna skip 2 as it states, and then you're gonna put 8 double crochets right in the corner. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then you pick up the pattern again like it's going across the edge. So you're gonna skip the next 2, single crochet in the next, skip only 1 and then 5 into the next one after that. So it's the second one over, so there's 5 double crochets. So it's just the corners that you need to watch out for being unusual, but that's because it's turning a corner. So you should expect a little bit of something, right? So let's continue to go along this side edge again. So once you get your 5 done, skip 2, single crochet into the third one over, skip 1, 5 double crochets into the next one after that. So do that, and I'll see you at the next corner just to review on how to do a corner. So I'm coming up to the next corner. You should know that there's 4 scallops in between. I just realized that. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then you have your corner, and then 1, 2, 3 and 4. So once you get to the corner then is that you're just continuing as normal. Skip over 2 and then into the corner you're gonna put 8 double crochets. So remember what you did. So you skip 2 and then you single crocheted, skip 2, and then you're going into a corner. So just make sure you do that, and your stitch count should be perfect anyway if you were counting on the last round. So there's gonna be 8 in this one. I've got 4 so far, and this is 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then start again. So skip 2, 1 and 2, single crochet in the next, skip 1, 5 double crochet into the next. So do that, and I'll meet you at the end of this where we'll just wrap this tutorial up for today, and I'll see you then in just a moment. When you get all the way back around, you're just gonna come, and you remember how we did 4 double crochets. The chain 3 of the first one counts as one of them, and then we did 3, so there's a total of 4 in here already. Remember in the corner that we should have a total of 8. So when you come back around, you should finish this one corner with a total of 4 more double crochets to give it a total of 8 to be consistent with the remaining corners that exist. So I've just put in 4 here, and I'm going to just attach it to the top. So I'm just gonna slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, and now I want to make sure that I fasten that in nicely. So I'm just gonna cut my yarn at this time, grab my darning needle, and what I want to do is that I want to make sure that I can get it. Now some people would weave that in with their crochet hook, but you know, if you're gonna actually use this project, you don't want these strands falling out on you. Use a darning needle. It only takes a few moments, and just whip it back and forth inside the stitch work like I had showed you, back and forth 3 times. Just take your time. Cotton is a lot stronger, so sometimes it's harder to get this needle through, but that's a good thing, because if it's too flimsy and falls apart on you, what's the point, right? So just back and forth 3 times, and therefore you can use this project, or you can use you can actually just use it as decor. It's up to you. It's your lifestyle, it's your business, and etc. So just safely just trim off your yarn like so. You are good to go, and you can wrap that up for a gift for somebody, or just use it for holiday decor. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. Have a great day, and this here is a fabulous little dishcloth for you to have.